Let's say 4chan itself became a fantasy setting, and each board was a country. What would those countries be like? What would their racial demographics be like? Style of government? Tax policy?
They would all be absolutely horrible.
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 Horrible. So, I actually wanted to do something like this a while back. I've got this idea for an adventure that I would really like to write, but I haven't got around to it yet. And the basic gist is Dante's Inferno, but instead it's like an Ezekiel sort of storyline where, you're some neckbeard, you're sitting on your computer, you get sucked into your computer, and your waifu pillow gets sucked in with you, and you have to battle through all the different boards of 4chan and make it down to the bottom.
Each level of hell is a different board of 4chan.
Yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun, but that's something for the future. If you guys have any ideas to throw in, I'd love to hear them, but let's get into this thread, will we?
B is an anarchic urban hellscape ruled piecemeal by rival gangs of furries and assorted other coomers.
Yes, it most definitely would be. I'm thinking Mad Max. Unironically Mad Max.
Yeah.
Mad Max mixed with the Warriors.
Yes.
With all the different gangs, yeah.
They use children as money, and their king likes to wear pretty dresses.
Most definitely. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
M is the best armed and equipped state on the face of the earth. As an absolute traditionalist monarchy, all their national military resources go into building a single, hideously over-engineered giant robot, which is piloted by a random teenager chosen by lottery. And he must also wear a pretty dress.
Yeah. I see where this is going. I'm going to assume they all have to wear pretty dresses across all boards. Yeah. I definitely, honestly, see, what is it with audiophiles? And it's like, no, this headset is the best headset.
Yeah.
No, this headset. No, you must have this other. Oh my god, your headset only costs 10,000. Oh my god.
TG is a corrupt feudal kingdom with a senile king who likes to wear pretty dresses. It is actually governed by the Magocracy, who are all quite senile and possibly evil. They also wear dresses because they're wizards. Are you sensing a theme?
I'm going to assume that we would be, if we were going to put ourselves into this, court jesters, maybe? Just laughed at constantly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just shaded at an awful lot.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, though, and recently, I think they're warming up to us. I mean, haven't got any death threats in a while, which...
it's a plus.
I'll take it. Honestly, let's be serious. Not getting death threats, I think we're losing our edge.
WorkSafe Gifts is a small nation of archivists and dreamers. Its people collect art made by others with great care and gaze upon it for hours.
I would argue it's going to be centered, and it's going to have a lot of travelers, and because, let's be serious, it's one of the few boards that actually has audio in their GIFs and JPEGs and all that jazz, so I would imagine there's going to be a lot of travelers. This is like a merchant, like a Silk Road of sorts almost.
International is a merry, messy place at the centre of the world. Almost all other nations converge here. Trade is rampant, and so is crime and corruption, especially lust.
Well, lust should be across all boards. Let's be serious. But international, I don't know. I find it it's just full of Serbs. I feel like the only people...
I've never been on it.
It's just Serbs. Honestly, it's a Serb board. It's international. Yeah, there's people from all over the world, but it's all Serbs. I'm not even taking the best. That's all. That's the only people that go there.
X is a shady, dangerous place. Every couple of weeks, an oligarchy of mad, idiot wizards summon the most terrifying beings from the outer planes, while the lower classes spout senseless theories at each other in the market squares. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to assume it's got some cities. There is definitely a succubus summoning ritual on a weekly basis. In fact, that's a festival every year.
Yeah.
Of the succubus summoning.
Yeah.
It's not yearly, it's weekly. Let's be serious. There is definitely a ton of cryptids. There's also every single citizen is a confirmed schizophrenic. Also, have you guys seen the
proper schizophrenic? We were talking about hi, that's not me, that's Patricia. This is what was that movie?
Faces, was it? Or
Split?
Yeah,
Split. That one.
Unironically Split. I've seen tons of threads on X where it's how do I give myself schizophrenia? It's you do not want to have...
You don't want it, my guy!
You don't want to have schizophrenia. It's really not... it's not what the movies make it out to be. It's not like you're going to gain knowledge from it. You're going to become... It's just not good,
it's
guys.
Not good.
Right, that's just not. It's going to have a ton of cryptids. There's going to be a lot of wilderness. There's also going to be some commandos are going to
and
wander.
it's all set in Maine.
Yes, yeah. Okay, you know what? It's just mean. It's just mean. Forget everything else. It's just set in Maine.
Out would be an empty frontier populated by small tribes, keep to themselves and hostile of outsiders. So little is known of their culture and habits, and that's exactly the way they like it. Avoids conquest by other boards because of a combination of local knowledge and the fact their mountainous, heavily forested homeland is hardly worth anything to anyone, but them anyway. Outsiders occasionally leave their country and are highly sought after as scouts and guides, basically wood elves.
Well, what about the travel board? Is that? I don't think the travel board, like, that wouldn't even be a country. That would just be sex tourists. Because that's all it seems to be. It's going to be just bold and bankrupt.
Yes. Pole is like Rome in the 5th century. It was supposedly a strong and prosperous country once, but it is now deeply troubled by political factionalism.
When was it ever not? Like, this is the thing. Everyone says about all the boards, they were so better X amount of time ago. They were so better when... You know what I mean?
Weren't. Insane...
Well, to be fair, yeah. Well.
Insane millenarian cults and barbarian invasion. It has no central leadership worth talking about, and most of its oligarchs, a mixture of basically any kind of person who can assert authority over a local area, priests, generals, merchants. Merchants! Maybe not. Even a few celebrity actors and athletes are capricious and foolish at best, or bought and paid for by hostile foreign interests at worst. There is hope for some part of the country to survive and carry on its traditions, maybe even come back as a regional power, but it has few friends and it will probably never reach its former heights again.
I see that. I don't know how much I can actually talk about Pole, though, so...
I know. Lit is a small, insular principality of mages. Scholars from all over the world dream of travelling there to study under the great masters, but in reality, most of its residents are more concerned with petty academic politics and self-aggrandizement.
Big words, am I like, guys? We're about that.
Than actual study of either magic or the sciences. Many a young scholar has paid a substantial sum of money to study at Lit and come away with little more than a set of prejudices and a shallow knowledge of whatever out-of-touch philosophy is fashionable at the time. It does attract talent though, and a savvy visitor will have a lot to gain by talking to his fellow pilgrim.
Honestly, you know what that sounds more like to me? That sounds more like history. History has got some of the worst takes on history I've ever came across. The amount of people that are just genuine...
That's because you're asking people on 4chan about their takes on history.
No, but honestly though, history has some of the biggest brainlets I've ever came across. Some of it, the best one I ever saw? It was like 2 weeks ago I was on, and there was a thread talking about Crusaders, right? And someone was asking questions about what did they wear and all this type of stuff, and someone posted about a shield. It was literally the shield from Indiana Jones, the one in the Are you serious? Are you a movie prop? Are you betting on a movie prop? Yeah, no, they use this. Yeah, I don't know if they're taking the piss or not, though. It's that's the thing. Sometimes are they just taking the piss? But honestly, history has got to be some of the worst takes I've ever seen.
Psst, hey, lean in closer. This is a fucking ASMR channel now. You know what's pretty fucking based? Titties. Go see titties. Lots of titties. All the titties. Go over to the website, check out all the models. You guys know the score. We have some really nice looking models over there, and we have a lot of.
It's sci-fi gothic?
Yeah.
Let's call them sci-fi gothic.
And if models isn't your shit, we have loads of subclasses and we keep adding them every other week or so. We add a lot.
We got a lot.
Look, we've got big brains. We add But yes, go over to the website, check out everything. If you haven't subscribed, what the fuck you doing? Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell as well, and let's get back to the video. Every week we're going to be doing a giveaway of the new pinup model of the month, or if models isn't your thing, all of our homebrew content. If you want to be in with a chance to win the giveaway, all you need to do is subscribe. That's it. Hit the subscribe button. That's it.
Do it now.
But last week's winner was this guy. Well done! Yay! Round of applause. Everybody stands up and claps. But enough of that. Let's get back to the video. R9K must be an order of monks or mages deep within their craft, getting increasingly disturbed by new settler intervention. Some death cults have formed within the order, seeking solitude and freedom from desire, while other compartment psychotically rages on trying to arouse militancy and lead a military campaign to claim what is ours by birthright.
I would argue what they would be working on more is waifu robots.
Yeah.
And I would argue that this state would definitely have
Garbro. How did you know?
They would have definitely implemented a what do you call it? A state mandated girlfriend policy, but there's no girlfriends. So that's why they need to invest into robot technology.
Yeah.
But they are failing miserably. Also, nothing actually gets done because everyone's so socially inept that they can't even talk to each other.
Yeah, pretty much. Or whenever they do talk to each other, it's just testosterone-filled arguments.
No, it's not even. It's. I imagine wet lettuces.
Oh yeah, actually.
A lot of wet lettuces just fighting each other.
Yeah.
And nothing gets done, and they're just helpless. And honestly, I'm shocked that they're even still going.
Yeah.
They would just get wiped out very easily.
JP is a loose coalition of kingdoms and city-states, many inhabited by strange inhuman creatures, but all tied by their shared language and love of funny hats.
Well, I would say they're all... I imagine none of the people actually come from that place at all, and they all try and, like... They're all pretty much... Okay, imagine ugly PewDiePie. Didn't you guys hear about PewDiePie? So he moved to Japan, right? And the yen is currently in the gutter.
But
so he
moved all of his money.
Yeah, so it's lost like a bit. It's went down. Like he's
so much.
Yeah. To be fair, it's not that bad. Like it's down 15%, but still 15% whenever you're worth that much money, I'm sure is a lot of money. Yeah.
VT is a theocratic state where the population worships hundreds of different gods.
Literally India.
Literally every aspect of life is somehow tied to faith and piety.
Piety.
Yeah. It's also a land of strife, as the cult of the regional pantheons, and sometimes even of their individual gods, are constantly at each other's throat.
Yeah, sounds about right. The only thing I know about it is Garbro likes to talk to a lot of VTubers.
Yeah.
He's actually friends with a good few of them.
VTubers, I know. V, the largest empire on the continent, is fractured into many smaller kingdoms that pay tithe to the ruling empire.
Who actually goes on V?
The empire itself is an autistic bureaucracy with many guilds and legislative branches. Legislative branches. I'm really bad today at reading.
Yeah, we're after reading a mad story. It's probably going to be up next week though.
But only the way they like it to be run, which causes infighting. The empire is also constantly invaded and infiltrated, further causing disorder. The emperor, the eternal Idort, is the chosen of the four major religions of the empire, represented by the red, green, blue and black, are the imperial standard.
Nah, I wouldn't go for that for V at all. Honestly,
I don't go on V.
Yeah, I hardly go on V. Right, you know what? We'll finish up, but we'll just go over a few boards. 1 second, let me get them all up. So the Japanese boards, no one cares about because who actually goes on them? The video game boards, so there's so many different video games boards, but as I say, I'm going to go with them as like a loose, a coalition than anything. They're all like work together in some way. I would think of them more as it was a great empire and it's like spread out, but it's fractionalized and it's led by like different rival bands. It's kind of I would like to think of Alexander the Great and then all his generals afterwards, like, you know, going from his empire to, like, you know, it breaks off into like Egypt, Seleucid, you know, all that type of stuff. Interests, comics and cartoons don't go on in technology. Pretty dresses, that's all I'm gonna say. A lot of very pretty dresses. Television, they're too busy. They have nothing else going on bar consume. What's the next big thing? I gotta see. Weapons, they're gonna be the most militaristic, but they also want to be left alone the most. Again,
they don't like new people.
They don't like new people. They also
don't come in here and say that you know about guns and then say, oh, but I'm British.
Also, a lot of them do visit the Japanese Japanese culture boards an
Yes, they
awful
do.
lot.
Think Garbro.
Yeah, just Garbro. Honestly, Garbro's really K, so he
He
really
K.
is. Auto, never been on it. Animals in nature. Yes, I like looking at pictures of pretty animals, but there's also a lot of really freaks on that board, so don't go near it. I'm telling you, like, honestly, I let him ask me anything of a fella that was into like really weird stuff, and it was just like, why am I just turned it off. It just wasn't fun. TG, what would TG be? TG, again, I feel like it's led by necromancers and sorcerers, and
Yeah.
it's got a lot of great bards.
And everybody judges each other.
Oh, yes. There's also a lot of mythical creatures. For instance, like that guy threads and whatever. Like, there's a lot of neckbeards. The neckiest of neckbeards,
Yeah.
definitely, from TG. Sports, never go on it. Extreme sports, never go on it. Let's keep going. Science and math, go on that from time to time. Honestly, it's a bit too wacky. Nothing really gets done because everyone likes to think that they're way more
smarter than everybody else
than they actually are.
Yeah.
However, they have worked out how to get ballistic missiles in a fantasy setting, so good on you guys. History and humanities, not much is going on here, honestly. Again, very much like that. I feel like the undereducated, to say the least, and some of the teaks are schizo tier, and just, honestly, if any of you guys go on, I don't know. I don't know why I still go on it at this point. I've really no idea. Let's keep going. What other boards? Fashion. That board's a joke.
That's a joke.
Actually, you know what it is? It's like, wear a suit, bucko. Honestly, Jordan Peterson here. And I like Jordan Peterson, but Jesus Christ, man. Do you really have to? Biz. Oh, we haven't had Biz yet. What would Biz?
Biz is just full of schizos.
Biz is literally Las Vegas.
Yes.
Biz isn't a city state. It's more
Las Vegas and Wall Street.
Yeah, it's a city state, so it is all wrapped into one. And
oh no, you know what it is? You know, the office in Wolf of Wall Street. It's Jordan Belfort's office.
That's what they like to think they are, where in reality it's Neats sitting there.
Yes.
It's like, I can't put away my Neat box again. No. X Paranormal. I think we did that one. I think I'm pretty happy with it. Pony. I can't believe that actually exists. That was a breakaway from B, so it was. Again, it used to be part of B, and then they just took over, and that's about it. Oh, I know what Pull is. Pull is literally, it's literally just a honeypot. The state doesn't actually exist anymore. It's all other people from other states or from other planets altogether that like to, you know what? It's just infested with skinwalking aliens that glow in the dark. How does that sound?
Yeah.
That's all it is. Now, there's you're not even talking to anyone. It's just skin suits galore. No one is who they say they are.
It just glows.
Yeah, the entire, like, you know, you can see it from
the entire thing's just poured over with, is it,
glue stick juice.
Yeah, glue stick juice.
Whatever that is, glue stick juice. That's exactly what it is. It's like, you know what it is? It's kind of like when you say, oh, you can see the Great Wall of China from space. You can see Pole from space because it never
glows that much.
If you guys have any other ideas
of what you think,
how would you work this fancy setting? Yeah. Again, I think that there is only like about 5 boards that I actively go on, and that'll be about it. Like, I can't really speak too much about most of the boards because, like,
well, the most I go on is Work Safe Gifts and X. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much. Or Pull whenever something happens.
Yeah, that's it. You know, even I stay clear of Pull because it's full of the biggest pile of dog crap.
Yeah, there's a lot. Like, the thing is, if anything happens and there's a video of it, you know you're going to get the video.
If something happens, the 3 places I go to is Poll, Twitter, and Reddit to see all different sides of what they're all saying.
I think it's like the Holy Trinity. Almost.
I like to see what everybody's saying.
Yeah.
And how angry they're all getting.
Well, that's what I was doing at the start of the whole Eastern European conflict. Because Weapons K was very pro-Ukraine and Pull was very pro-Russian. Yeah. So it was really interesting to see both sides of the
difference of it, yeah.
You know what I mean? It was very interesting.
Yeah. But anyway, let us know what you think down below. And while you're down there, check out the models, guys. It really helps us out. So go and get something because they're really nice looking.
Oh, we've got a ton of new stuff today.
Go have a look. And hit subscribe
stuff.
And hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we post a video. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye!
All those moments we lost.
Bye.